This just in, a Biden spokesperson telling Fox the former president's last known prostate test was in 2014 and that Biden has never been diagnosed with prostate cancer prior to this. It's simply incredulous. It's impossible to believe that an 80-year-old man wouldn't have his prostate scanned, that his cancer numbers wouldn't be monitored, his temperature on a daily basis is monitored. And he promised back in 2020 to be completely transparent about his health. But in the wake of all this talk about Biden's mental decline and now the former president's prostate cancer, it's worth asking, was he transparent? Let's start with what he had to say, weirdly, in 2022.
That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
All right, is that a slip up or is that part of a cover up? We may never know. Biden, of course, is far from the first president, to put this into context, to have his health secrets. I want to walk through the history really quickly and tell you why it's similar and, more importantly, why it's different. Grover Cleveland had mouth cancer that he hid from the public. And he, interestingly, had a secret surgery on a yacht. He told the public he was on a fishing trip. Meanwhile, FDR, of course, never allowed himself to be viewed in public in his wheelchair, but more importantly, hid the extent of his heart disease from the public. And then there's John F. Kennedy Jr., or not Jr., but there's John F. Kennedy, who concealed his Addison's disease. That's a life-threatening adrenal condition. He also wore a back brace for a chronic back condition. There's also Ronald Reagan, who in his waning years of his presidency seemed to have declining health, and that was hid from the public. But this is different. Why is it different? Because Biden says he was diagnosed on Friday, and he was still seeking power, running to be reelected as president, or at least he was being pushed by all those around him. I think John Ashbrook at the Ruthless podcast showed why this is so important.
Just to go down memory lane, remember when he said he was a professor at the University of Pennsylvania? He never taught a class. He had a figurehead job. Remember when he said the border was secure? Remember when he said that he never met Hunter Biden's foreign clients? Remember when he said that the Hunter Biden laptop wasn't real? Remember he said inflation was transitory? Remember when he said he wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden? Remember that? Remember when he said he funded 700,000 construction projects all across the country, broadband and everything else? Yeah, right, Joe. This is a guy who has been lying his entire life, and I don't know why we need to start believing him today.
All those lies and that failing president propped up by those who seek power. Who? Here is your list. Take a look at everyone close around Biden. Take a look at their names. They are guilty until proven innocent.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.